Hi students, congratulations! You've completed the first week of this 8-week course and now we're moving on to week 2. I really do hope that you're enjoying the course so far. I do want you to get an early start on the work this week. We have some research and 5 different assignments to complete this week. Remember that we are completing 3 credits in an 8-week session, whereas we normally have 15 weeks. So we have to maintain a pretty brisk pace over the next 7 weeks. First, this week you're going to be reading some articles on the purpose of mobile apps and why they should or should not be created. 2 of the articles are available online through DMAC, the DMAC library resources. So there's a link here with instructions to access the library resources just in case you aren't familiar with that yet. I wanted to point out that for each item and for each folder, I have enabled this feature where you can mark it reviewed. So, for example, if you were done reading these articles, you may want to click on that to check it off and note that it's been completed. But that's up to you if you want to use that feature or not. Okay, after that, you're going to participate in a discussion with some other students where we will be thinking of mobile apps that we're familiar with, and we're going to answer the question, what problem is this mobile application intended to solve? You're going to see this question come up over and over. You're going to be required to post your entry before you'll be able to see any of the other student posts. So be sure to participate in the discussion and then respond to at least 3 classmates before the due date. Next, we're going to dig just a little deeper and we're going to be introduced to a variety of app stores. There are 4 different app stores in particular that I'd like you to become familiar with during this course. There's a link for each one of them. It will take you to a website with instructions for accessing each of the 4 stores. I am going to recommend that you bookmark these 4 websites so that you can refer back to them after this week's folder is no longer visible. Throughout the remainder of the semester, you will want to continually be asking yourself, whenever we're talking about a mobile app, what problem is the mobile app intended to solve? For all assignments moving forward, when you're asked to describe an app, you will need to include the elements that I have listed here with these bullet points. So make sure and pay attention to that. After you dig around on the 4 app stores, you're going to complete an assignment where you're going to answer the questions in this document. What you're going to do is click here on this Word document, download it, save it on your computer, fill out your answers to the questions that are in the document, and then save it. Come back here, click on the assignment title, and you'll be able to attach that final document that you completed and saved on your computer. Next, we're going to work on one of my very favorite assignments this semester, Useful Student Apps. This is a blog where you get to explore the stores and find 5 different apps that you believe would be valuable to students. Be sure that you include all of the information that I've asked for and include a link to the store where that app is available. If you'd like to earn some extra credit, you may find one app that would be useful for teachers and include that for some extra credit points. Next, you're going to participate in another discussion. This time you're going to choose an app that you're familiar with or one that you're interested in becoming more familiar with, and you will write a more detailed review of that app. You're going to want to have some knowledge of this app, and this assignment will work better for you if it's an app that you have used or are at least a little bit familiar with. There needs to be no duplication on this assignment, which means that each student needs to review a different app. So if there's an app that you would like to reserve and make sure that you are able to review, you can go out, click on this link to take you to the discussion, and then start a thread with the name of the app that you intend to review. And then in your text area, just write something like coming soon or something to that effect. And then when you're ready to post your complete review, you can come back here and edit that thread and provide your review. Be sure though that you include all of the elements listed, and remember you're always thinking about the question, what problem is the mobile app intended to solve? Finally, you're going to conduct some research and then create a journal entry. You're going to need to find some credible sources of information about the use of mobile apps on the internet. You will be looking for statistics on things like how many mobile apps are downloaded this year versus last year, if the number is increasing or decreasing. You're looking for statistics about user behavior or consumer behavior once they do obtain an app, success and failure rates, information on device usage and current trends, things of that nature. And then you're going to use your research to answer these 5 questions that I've provided. Please note that for each question you are required to provide at least 2 links to credible sources to validate your answer. So be sure that the research you're doing is from credible resources, and also that you're looking at a variety of sources. That's the workload for this week. This week really is a lot of fun. It gives you a lot of flexibility to examine and discover apps that interest you. We get to start thinking about things that we will be discussing in more detail in later weeks this semester. How apps are categorized, the different revenue sources, the problems that they're intended to solve, that kind of thing. Remember that when we have discussions, you need to put your initial post out there at least 48 hours prior to the due date so that other students have the opportunity to respond. Please don't hesitate to contact me this week if you have questions or concerns. My email address is located under the Your Instructor link, and I would be happy to respond to emails. I hope you have a great week this week, and we'll see you again next week.